I'm Tyler Youngs. When I was in college a couple years ago, I made a game called the Pilgrim for Python, and I wanted to do some things with it, but was limited on time and resources. So this year, I decided to make it for Android in order to better learn the Java language and become somewhat of an Android developer. So I started this in around February and finished it up around April. And I used a framework called Kilobolt for most of my stuff here. So that's the framework that handles the screen and the music, all the graphics that get put on the screen, and then the file system. And then this is all the stuff I wrote with the deals with the loading screen, the main menu, and this is the hatchet class that takes care of all the hatchets. And I have a main menu screen and some other different objects and stuff. And so over here we have the Android virtual device, and I'm going to go ahead and jump into that and kind of show what my game does. It's pretty slow because the Android virtual device is just laggy in general. Has a long intro song. I made all the songs as well as the artwork in the game. So we have a info screen here. Just tells a little bit about the game. If you start playing it and you don't know what to do, you can look at this and find out about the objects in the game. So from here, you're just going to start the game and go right into it. Like I said, the AVD is pretty slow. So the hatchets don't normally move this slow like on an actual device. They move this slow because of the AVD. But you drag the guy around with your finger. That's what my mouse is doing right now. It's acting as a finger pointer. And I have it modified currently just for demonstration purposes, but at 500 clock cycles, everything pops up. So this first one gets rid of hatchets and also gives you 100 points for each one. This gives you 1,000 points. This slows down all the hatchets to make them more manageable. Later on, it's really important to get that. And the one that I got, the Viking guy. And I didn't get to show the last one, but it'll come up again here in a second. And what the apple does is it gives you a life. So if you get the apple, it gives you an extra life up here. So there it goes, and I picked up. Now I have 4 lives. When you get hit, the game vibrates. I called some functions that are called some classes that are built into the Android SDK and made it vibrate and stuff. And this high score is actually saved throughout the duration of when the game's installed on the device. So I use shared press to do that. So we'll get hit again here. And it also stops the clock, as you saw. Stops your score and everything pauses. So you get some good feedback on when you get hit by a hatchet. So I'm going to just show real quick what happens when you finally die. Almost there. And when you've been hit, you also can travel through the hatchets. That way, if you're in a sticky spot, you don't get hit like a whole bunch of times. You just get hit once. So here we go. There we go. It says the high score, and I got an old one up here, and my brand new high score is right there. And that's my game.